Okay, we are in the suck now. I have tried two different ways, twice to blend this out. It ain't happening. It's horrible. It actually is way more offensive on camera than it is by the naked eye, but it's not working. It's just we're gonna have to do something different here. And to make matters worse, my wife decided to bring home coronavirus last week and promptly shared it with me. So we're both sick. It's awesome. Of course, me being the awesome husband that I am, just decided I'm going to go up in the garage rather than sit around and watch Hallmark movies all day. So, anyway, here we are. Just another little gift from China. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you. So, I'm looking at this. There's a couple different ways I can deal with it. I'm going to have this blend problem no matter where I go, right? And it just has to do with the high flake, the candy, the clear. The clear is the easy part. If it was just clear, I could have this, it would be done. So I can't blend this. That's a given. I can't, maybe I could have more luck if I just did the whole quarter and tried to blend it right here, or maybe even in here. It'd be less offensive if I could try something like that. But then, is it going to match everything else back here? I'm pretty confident I can match what I'm doing here because I've been, I've documented the lay down order and the system that I've used right along, and everything comes out pretty consistent. It's just not sure what to do. So in thinking about this, the thinking goes, do the whole quarter, try to do a line, on this edge, blend it here or blend it here, but then you're going to still have an eyesore. So I've spent 6 days on this so far. And honestly, it's just time to move on. So I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do the whole rear clip right up to the back of the doors. I probably won't do the tail panel just because that's such a pain. But I've got good gaps right here, good seams I can land my paint line on. So I'll be okay there. I'll just come under here. I was thinking, I don't need to do the trunk, but then, what if I don't get a really good match between here and here? That's going to be very obvious up, in full daylight. So, yeah, I'm going to just suffer through, sand this back down, just stop screwing around, stop whining about it, and deal with it. Like I said, the alternatives to sit home, be sick, and watch Hallmark movies. So, yeah, me being the awesome husband I am, and I know I'm awesome because I got the mug, I've decided to come back up to the garage. So let's just deal with it. It's not getting better. Oh, and I got a sag right here that I didn't ever know. That had to happen in the clear. So, awesome. That's clear sags are easy to deal with. The rest of this totally sucks. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just start dealing with masking off the tail panel, masking off the back of the doors just so I don't scratch anything. Then I will start sanding. I think I'm going to dry sand this to like 400. I might do a little experiment with the 600 first just to see how the orange peel comes out. What I did over here, the orange peel came out beautifully. No problem at all. So, that's what I'm going to do. It's time to just friggin' suck it up and deal with it. I'm spending way too much time and energy on this, so just want to get it done. Get beyond this and get to a point where I can do the flow coat. So, yeah, that's just horrible. There's nothing nice about that. Should have just left the damn run if I'm going to leave it that bad. Anyway, I'm moving on. Okay, there's the color coat. I'm going to give this a couple hours to set up. It's very consistent. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's good. I matched it to my spray out card. I think that's spot on. So far so good. Yeah. Let's see. And I gotta notice a little paint nib right there. I'm gonna another one. I'll denib that. I'm gonna let it dry for a couple hours while I run to Harbor Freight and get more paint cups. They're finally back in stock. Once I get back, it'll have set up for a couple hours. I can denib that and get ready to there's another one. Jeez, what was I into here? I don't know if that was coming off my suit or what. I was very careful. I sprayed X and Y the first time, and X the first time and Y the second time. So, you know, crisscross the pattern a little bit, just trying to get it to, you know, meld out nice. And I think I did. I think it looks pretty good. That'll settle right down now. The sides always look good. I'm fine there. Been going around checking for any sags, just in case I got to pull them with tape or something before it's too late this time. So I'm just going to let this set up. I don't see any sags. Everything looks pretty good so far. Yeah, I mean, it took me 3 or 4 hours to get this back stripped and sanded down to a point where it was ready to go again. Pretty comfortable that it's good. I sanded it all to 400 with the DA and the dust-free DA, so I didn't fill my room with dust. I feel like I've got it pretty good. So yeah, we'll come back and we'll have a look at it after it's had an hour or two. So yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, that's 2 coats of candy. My color match is looking good. Up here is where it really matters. I'm pretty close. I think I'm going to be okay. Of course, this doesn't have clear on it yet, so that gives it a little bit of more depth, but the color looks right. So yeah, this is turning out to be an expensive run. So yeah, I think we're okay. We're gonna call that good. I'm gonna let that sit for about an hour now. Try to get it settled down. Then I'll hit it with clear. Be done with this. I'm gonna put, based on my findings from sanding the clear, I did a little experimentation. Did it with a 400 DA, dust free. That sanded the clear beautifully. It took the high points down, got rid of the orange peel quite quickly. But didn't go too far as long as I stayed away from the edges. So, but it also tells me, you know, more is better. So I'm going to do probably 4 coats of clear on this one. And yeah, then I can sleep tonight. That would be awesome. So that's my plan. I'm going to execute on it. All right, that's it. I think we've done justice. My match looks good. It's really hard to tell with the camera, but let me tell you, here in person, looks pretty killer. So I'm gonna let this set for a day or so. Probably take tomorrow off and try to recover. But I'll most likely unmask it. I might come up and unmask it tomorrow just because I'm going to be very curious. But my next steps, I'm going to let this sit for a couple days. Then I'm going to wet sand down the entire surface, get it all smooth, denib it, get all the orange peel out. which I've already done once today. So I feel like quite confident that's pretty easy. I'm going to take the hood off also, just so I'm not like standing up over the middle of it. But I'm going to get all that wet sanded down and do a flow coat over the top of this. Probably 2 more coats of clear. By then it should be looking pretty mint. Then I'll cut and buff that because I'm sure I'll still have orange peel. But it won't be nearly as bad as what it is here. So I feel pretty good about this. The color match looks great. I don't see much conflict here. It's gonna, yeah, that's gonna match up good. I'm trying to get the light on it. I can't angle the light on this thing, but I think we're gonna be good. I feel better. I know that seems stupid, repainting the whole rear clip for one little run on the passenger side door, but it was going to be the thing that just drove me nuts. I can deal with a little nib here or there, the small blemish or whatever, but not that. Not that. And I only had one run in the whole damn car, so yeah, paid the price for it too. Anyway, that was an expensive endeavor, but not necessarily in material because I had most of the material, but is what it is. Now we're going to move on. So I'm going to shut the fans off, turn the lights off, and call it a day. But yeah, I'll come back and show you the color match later. A good sized nib right there. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, I got a little rig to cut the nibs down that works really good once it's nice and dry. You don't want to use it when it's soft, so I'll do that later. But so far so good. I feel better. I've got a solution. This worked. It was definitive. There was no way this wasn't going to work. So, it's, if nothing else, it's less stressful. Anyway, all right. I'm going to cut this video here. I am going to hem out so much stuff that I've recorded over the last 5 days, just because I don't want anybody to try what I did because it failed miserably. So anyway, I will, maybe I'll do just a separate video on the failure itself. But anyway, it's looking good. I'm happy. Now I can just go suffer with the coronavirus. And hopefully the Hallmark movies are over. Later.